For centuries, the story of European colonization has been told as a grand adventure, a tale of discovery and enlightenment. But behind the heroic voyages and grand maps lies a much darker, often hidden story. This is not a story of discovery, but of dominion. Not of civilization, but of conquest. Today, we pull back the veil to examine the true cost of empire. What truly drove ships across vast oceans? It wasn't just curiosity, it was a relentless hunger for wealth and power. Europe's elite craved spices more valuable than gold, timber to build their navies, and precious metals to fill their treasuries. Nations competed in a race for global supremacy, where foreign lands and their people were seen not as societies to meet, but as resources to be claimed and exploited. This pursuit of profit set the stage for centuries of suffering. To extract this immense wealth, colonial powers established brutal systems of exploitation. Millions were forced into labor under horrific conditions. On vast plantations growing sugar, cotton, and rubber, men, women, and even children worked from dawn until dusk, often until they collapsed. In the dark and dangerous mines, they dug for gold and silver that they would never see again. These weren't just economies. They were vast, continent-spanning machines built on human misery, designed to funnel riches from the many to the few. But the assault wasn't just physical. To control these vast populations, colonizers waged a war on culture itself. Local languages, which had carried stories and knowledge for generations, were suppressed and replaced. Spiritual beliefs and ancient religious practices were declared savage and forbidden. Rich traditions, art, and social structures were systematically dismantled and delegitimized. It was a deliberate attempt to erase a people's identity, to break their spirit, and to make them easier to rule. The message was clear: your history does not matter, only ours does. Yet, even in the face of this overwhelming oppression, the human spirit refused to be extinguished. Across the colonial world, brave individuals and organized groups rose up. From armed rebellions in the mountains to spiritual movements in the villages, people fought back for their freedom and dignity. These acts of resistance were often met with unimaginable force, crushed by superior military power. But the stories of these heroes, though often unwritten in the colonizers' history books, stand as a powerful testament to the enduring quest for liberty. The age of empires has officially ended, but its shadow looms long. The borders drawn by colonial mapmakers and distant European capitals continue to fuel ethnic conflicts today. Economies once stripped of their resources now struggle to compete on a global stage. The psychological scars of cultural suppression have left deep wounds, creating challenges in governance, social cohesion, and national identity. The poverty and instability plaguing many post-colonial nations are not signs of failure, but the direct, lingering consequences of a system designed to benefit others at their expense. So when we look at the grand statues and monuments of empires past, we must remember the full story. We must remember the human cost that paid for the palaces and financed the industrial revolutions. Acknowledging this painful history is not about assigning blame. It's about understanding the world we live in today. It's about honoring the memory of the countless millions whose lives were stolen or shattered, and ensuring that we never forget the true price of empire. Thank you for watching.